Welcome to yet another episode of the number one self-improvement podcast on socials of some kind. I'm your host, David Holtz, with my other
And
two
I'm
hosts.
Lucy Cook. Oh, sorry, I said it too early again.
That's okay.
Can you say it again? Do it again.
I'm David Holtz.
I'm Lucy Cook.
And I'm Juan Sanchez.
And this is Life University because you can't spell university without Y-O-U.
You're always such a good speller, Dave. I just want to add that.
Thank you, Juan. Yeah, I appreciate that. I always do. Anyway, our special guest today is Bilford Babloni, and he's going to be talking to us about how cutting your own hair can lead to amazing personal growth. Thank you so much, Bilford, for being here.
Thank you, guys. Thank you so much for having me. I am so excited to talk on the video podcast and reach a whole different set of viewers and fans and personal growers. So hello to everybody who's listening.
Yeah, they're gonna listen later, but they cool.
Yeah,
Okay.
we have so many people who will like totally.
They will listen.
They
Sure.
will listen to us eventually.
They're not live right now, though.
Yeah, perfect.
Okay, just making sure.
I just wanted to say hi to them for when they're listening.
Oh, got it. That's really nice of you, Bilford. That's one of the cool
Yes.
things that we picked up on when we first met you last weekend in
Yeah.
Hollywood.
Yeah.
You were busking, and we just happened to be walking by. We heard your cymbals in the distance.
Yeah.
And your music was just so beautiful. You inspired us so much, and then getting to talk to you afterwards was we walked away and we were like, hey, you know what? We should have Bilford on the podcast. We said it at the same time.
Oh,
We all
wow.
said it like at the same time. Yeah.
Yeah.
We were out in Hollywood because we were trying to be in a crowd, just like our guest from last episode told us to be. But we didn't even get to the crowd because we ran into you before we actually got to the main street.
Yeah. When we all said it at the same time, we sounded like a small choir.
We did.
Oh, that must have sounded
Harmonized. It was beautiful.
magical.
Yeah.
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 My mom used to tell me that I'm like a one-man crowd. So in a way, you did find a crowd. It was just me.
Uh,
Oh my gosh, you're so right. That's
Yeah.
beautiful the way that you just put that.
Yeah, you're
And
like very type of, in your face energy does really feel
Yeah.
like it's just, a whole crowd yelling at me.
yeah, and it was
Thanks.
just like so evident from the moment we heard you busking, like the way that you use music to get your point across, it's like it just hits you immediately what you're trying to say. So
Yeah,
I don't know.
it
Should we
also hit me
have
because it was
Bilford?
very loud. But I do appreciate
That's
that.
true.
Symbols.
Well, what I like to do is I like to play loud music to gather a crowd, hopefully, sometimes. And then once they're gathered, I finish the song, so to speak. It's really usually just any sort of music that I can create to get noticed. And then once they're here, I start to preach to them, sort of in a way, and about personal growth. So that's really more the music is to draw them in, and then my real
Right.
focus is getting them to understand that personal growth can be done through cutting your own hair.
Right. Yeah, you
Yeah.
drew us in big time.
Oh,
It
Yeah.
worked. Yeah.
Yeah, you
That
guys stopped
song,
immediately.
It was
Yeah.
gorgeous.
that
Very
song is like it's just such a
gospel-like.
hook.
Yeah,
Yeah.
gospel.
I don't know. Maybe we could if Bilford is willing to, maybe we can insert a clip of Bilford's song somewhere in the episode.
That would
unless
be
you're,
so
I don't know,
cool.
Sure.
willing to do
Yeah.
it live.
I'll record you. Yeah, I'll record you a song.
Yeah. Okay, that would be amazing.
Well, yeah. And just so everybody knows, the name of this specific song that Bilford sang with the cymbals, couldn't really hear his voice all that well, but it cut through. It's called Haircuts for All for Growth.
That's right.
And
So good.
is it on the internet?
Like Spotify or
It's
something?
not yet, but once we put the video clip on here, it officially will
That's
be.
true.
And then I don't know how the internet happens really, but it'll spread.
Oh yeah.
I've been told it'll spread.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
Everyone that's listening to
it's
us will hear it.
Good.
it's such
Yeah.
a catchy like melody. I had it stuck in my head for like this entire week since we saw you, but I'm not gonna sing it because I want you to be the first reveal of the song.
Okay, that's fair. Well, thanks all you listeners for listening to my song. Spread it.
Oh, we will. We'll spread it as far as we can. Cool. So, got a little history about how we all know each other. Bilford, obviously, your look, your hair, incredible, very unique, very, very you. For those listening, not watching, how would y'all describe Bilford's look that you gave yourself?
I would say Bilford's hair is perfectly suited to his head. It just feels like it seamlessly wraps itself around it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like it's in the shape of his head. Like
Yeah.
if he was bald, but the hairs were longer. That's how it looks like. And it's
Yeah.
dark in color.
Was
It
that
wraps his head very thoroughly.
Yeah, but then you have like this cool little slide at the bottom. It reminds me of like a childhood slide.
Hmm.
You know, like going out. It's like I could start at the top of your head and go down it towards down the back and then whoop, like
Yeah.
if I
Fly
was
off
if I
into
was
the
little.
pool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
His hair's avoiding his eyes. So that's very useful to have when you have hair.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, it's
And
very
it's
short.
like not like all one length.
Yeah,
It's not like all different.
And I
Like,
do like that some of his hair strands are saying hi to us. Like they just don't want to stick on his head. They want to go up there and say, "Hey, hello, hello, I'm a hair.
that's true.
I'm
Some of them
yeah.
I'm
are
Billboard's
excited.
hair."
Oh, and there's one like on the left side that's like really a lot longer. Is that like the black sheep hair? That's like individuality. Is that what you're going for with that? That
I
one?
mean, just listening to you guys describe it is something else. Um, gonna make me cry here because you're just like it's so beautiful the way you're describing it, and it's exactly the type of look that I was trying to bring to meet with you guys
Yeah.
because you guys really see me, and it's really powerful. So I just want to say thank you, and you guys friggin' nailed it. That's right. I wanted to wrap it around my head because like I know that when you're doing stuff like this at the end, it's like that's a wrap. So I
Oh,
wanted to connect it
Oh,
there. And then the slide is for playfulness because I wanted to make sure that I wasn't too, uptight
Yeah.
and serious because, it's a playful topic. Cutting your hair
Yeah.
can be fun.
yeah. It's like, what does that have to do with self growth? A lot.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
everything. Yeah.
And then, yeah, of
Your
course,
hair is
there's
like a crowd of people. Like each strand has its own personality. And I find that fascinating.
Juan, you're a
I just
friggin'
never
genius.
I never knew how symbolic hair could be until we just like went through this and you said how it was so intentional. And I'm wondering, is that why you play the cymbals as part of your song? Because it's symbolic.
Ah,
You guys are all blowing my friggin' mind right now because absolutely. I try to use symbolic symbols in and other symbols in all that I do in my work, which is
Nice.
busking to get the
Wow.
word out about personal growth via haircuts, via yourself.
That is so cool.
mm,
I was like reading marketing strategies online, and like one of the things you got to do is like make eye-catching content something. So like not only are the symbols like eye-catching, they're also like ear-catching, I guess you could say. And like that coupled with your haircut, which I don't know how you call it. I think I would just call it the bilf if I were you. Just throwing that out there. Like that is like marketing genius. So
Well, I mean, I don't. I've never actually thought to name each individual haircut because I'm almost constantly changing it. So
Yeah.
really, this one, drink it in because it's just for you. But at the same time, if you're posting it on the internet, I suppose this one is going to be the most forever one for
Wow.
That's
for
true.
me.
It's like saved forever.
That's
Yeah,
so
it's gonna.
special. Like in
It's
this moment right now, that's your gift to us, and then like that'll be our gift to everyone. It's,
That's
That's
right.
like just so thoughtful that you put that time in to craft something just for us on your head. Um, that does make me wonder about, the first time that you cut your own hair.
Yeah.
Like, how did
Oh,
this all start? What was like the moment that you realized, wow, cutting your own hair, that's the secret to personal growth? Like, how do you come upon that?
oh well, yeah. That's a great question, Lucy. Um, I. It's actually like, I mean, I think a lot of us experience similar things when we it was born out of the COVID times when we were all stuck alone.
Mhm.
We were stuck alone at our houses. And for me, I was feeling like I'm I've stopped all personal growth. I'm personally shrinking back into a cave person in my little cave here. I'm not seeing other people or doing anything to help myself grow as a person, except obviously my hair was growing
yeah.
as it is on my person. And I did notice that. And um, the first inkling I had was I've been with me this whole time. If I cut my own hair and change it, then and look in the mirror, I'll see someone different, and I'll
Wow.
be able to be with another person the best way that I can in that kind of situation, which is still by myself, but someone who looks different from what I know I look like.
That
So
makes sense. Yeah.
yeah, it
I
was
mean, I
really
know
to
when I
be
cut my
social.
hair, I look different. So
Yeah.
I hear you. I hear you.
Yeah, yeah, and
Okay,
so it was really
I just gotta repeat this before I
yeah.
forget. I'm so sorry to interrupt. Like the only thing growing was my hair. Like that just hit me so hard.
Hmm.
Right.
Yeah. That's a
Yeah,
good line.
So
Yeah.
like if you cut your hair, then that makes you grow. Because not
Other things
then
grow.
other
Yeah.
by cutting the hair, you make yourself grow. And then the mirror is like, who am I? I'm new person now. That's kind of
exactly.
what is that what you're saying?
Exactly. You have personal growth in your hair, and then you cut back that personal growth, but it brings forth a deeper personal growth within
Yes.
you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's right.
I like getting deep.
Yeah.
So then I was able to be social in a way with this new me in the mirror. So it was my first little baby step of growing personally while still stuck alone in my house.
Well, I just want to clarify really fast. So you're saying like you got to be social with a new person in the mirror because you looked different. So were you like talking to yourself in the mirror, or like
Oh,
you were talking to the new you in the
oh
mirror?
yeah. Oh yeah. Yes.
That's so dope.
Wow.
What's like one of the
I wish I
coolest
thought of that
things?
because
Yeah,
COVID was really lonely.
it
I
was so
was,
lonely.
Oh, well, that's why I'm out here trying to spread the good word.
What was
Oh,
like one of the coolest things the new you said to you, like in
Oh,
those first days?
you know, it was really inspiring because the new me had such confidence
Yeah.
because they had a cool haircut and they felt confident in the way they looked. And I was really down for a long time because I was just getting grungier and more overgrown and disgusting. And it really helped me to kind of have a role model in this mirror person. And they kind of helped lift me up by inspiring me. And like, oh, that guy, he's got a cool haircut. and he feels good, and I got a crappy haircut and I feel bad. So that was it. That was the magic.
That's
So
all.
I know you were alone when this happened, so it was just you yourself reflecting on this new version, right?
Yeah.
When did you finally reveal that new version to anyone else?
Ooh.
Oh, well, it actually, I mean, I went through all sorts of iterations. Uh, First haircut guy was my first inspiration. And then from there, I just started experimenting. And so I met all sorts of different people in the mirror after that because I was cutting my hair all sorts of different ways. Some ways were not quite as fruitful as others. So, but what that gave me was a chance to bring somebody who was feeling down about their crappy haircut and make them feel better because I was starting to grow in my confidence. And when I saw them in the mirror feeling down, I was able to inspire them, much like first mirror guy did for me.
First
So
mirror guy.
yeah, all sorts
Yeah.
of growth via this cycle
Yeah.
of cutting your own hair, talking in the mirror.
So were there moments where I know this may happen to me, like if I cut my hair and then I looked in the mirror, I may get scared because I wouldn't recognize myself. I would may scream and say, "Who's that guy?" And like throw hands,
Yeah.
realizing it's my own reflection. But I don't know because I'll be living in COVID, right? So um,
One,
I would say,
one, don't shy
who's
away
that
from that,
strange
okay?
man?
Don't shy away from throwing hands, okay? You know what else is good for personal growth? Is fighting, okay? And if you see
Oh
somebody
yeah.
in your house that you don't recognize, you should defend yourself. I feel like Lucy seems to have a bunch of random men over, and she could
Yeah.
use this advice too. Um, just defending yourself and winning is important. So you better throw it all out, take down weird haircut guy, and you'll grow from there. You'll be so confident.
Yeah, with my luck, I would lose that battle though.
Oh,
Oh.
well, you know what? You know what? There's another aspect to personal growth that's important, and that's failure. Um,
Oh, we talked about that 2 episodes ago. I don't know if you had a chance to listen to that with Kip.
yeah, exactly. So failure is they say that you learn more from failure. You have more personal growth from your failures than you do your successes.
Well, I'm feeling all the failure, but none of the learning. Sometimes, I guess
Ah,
that's life.
Sometimes that's learning too, though, is like learning nothing. That's what Kip was saying.
Yeah.
then
And
there's
Kip said like losing is winning and
yeah,
winning is
that
losing.
for our listeners, that is episode 2 with Kip Frankel. You can listen to it anywhere where you get your podcasts, Apple Podcasts, Spotify, and YouTube. You can watch a video uh, of that recording, and I would highly recommend that for today as well, since we're talking so much about haircuts, and that's like such a visual thing. Anyway,
Yeah.
well,
I have a
okay.
burning question for you, Belford, because you just mentioned a lot of hair cutting over a short period of time that happened. And
Yeah.
I'm just wondering, how are you growing your hair out at a rate that can sustain that amount of cutting?
Well, that was another thing that I was going to bring up when Juan was really down in his feeling of failure. There is
Thank
what
you.
you may be in the midst of the worst failure right now, but
Oh, I'm feeling it.
you have
Yes.
to give it time. Give it time. When
Stay
you're
in the mist.
when you're in the trough, just gotta wait for that growth, man, and then you'll hit your peak. So,
I've been waiting quite a while, but maybe the longer I wait, the greater the success.
exactly, man,
Yeah.
exactly, and you'll be able to cut your hair again.
Hmm.
And Lucy, to your question, I COVID was a really rough time, for all of us, and it's something I'll admit to you guys here. I think it's important to talk about. I got really kind of I'll say addicted to vitamin E, and I was taking a lot of it, at that time. I was really, really
Oh wow.
close to the edge there, and the hair was just it was just growing like you wouldn't believe. So it was
Oh,
out of almost necessity that I had to keep
Wow.
going, keep pushing through and
I
changing the
see.
look. Yeah.
Was that
Can
like everywhere on your body that it was happening?
It was in many places that I had known, and a lot of new places that were not
Oh,
expected. Yeah.
I
so
see.
can you clarify?
Okay.
Vitamin E promotes hair growth. Is that what
Uh,
we're?
yeah, it does, and it made it really, really luscious and shiny and thick. So just, but be
And
careful. I
again,
just want to say,
that
be
was
careful.
everywhere.
it
Be
was
careful.
Okay.
everywhere. Do you cut
S-
the? Do you have like special? Have you had experiments where you like cut the hair from the surprise places? Like, is that
Oh,
also like moving? You know, does that like create growth
at
spiritually?
first, at first it was jarring, and I cut it off completely.
Oh,
And
We're
it
talking about
was
the hair, right?
yes,
Okay.
the unexpected growths in unusual places. I was cutting that off every time it showed its dark, luscious, thick little head. I would cut it off, and I
I'm
actually,
sorry. Oh, go ahead, Wilford.
I
Sorry.
was going to say, eventually, I realized that I was, in a way, stunting my own personal growth in that way. So,
Wow.
and denying myself new opportunities for new looks.
That's very
oh.
valid. I don't know if it's like too personal, and if it is, you don't have to share, but what do you mean when you say unexpected places?
Okay. Uh,
Lucy, Lucy.
Sorry, I'm just
no,
curious. I
no,
couldn't help it.
it's fine. It's
That's,
important. It's important for people to know because if it happens to them, they can be a little more prepared than I was. Um,
Yeah.
well, there were two very thick clumps that grew straight out from the center of my butt cheeks, just like, usually it's a vast, barren skin situation there, and there's two dark circles, one on each, came growing out like ponytails almost like horse tails, two horse tails out of there, and
oh,
yeah, it was jarring for me, but
you had ponytails growing out of the center of each butt cheek.
that's right.
That
That's
sounds
And,
kind of
great
you know,
fun.
news.
You know, that kind of sounds fun to me.
Sounds.
I'm just
Yeah,
gonna
yeah.
throw that
Like
out there.
yeah, like if it grows all of a sudden, it feels like you're taking off
Ah, it's
like a
like a
rocket.
tail. It's like a human tail.
Mush.
exactly.
Yeah, you can
Exactly.
mush. That's what I
And
would do.
so when you cut those specific hairs, which it sounds like you were cutting very frequently because you weren't letting them even go very far out, what
Yeah.
kind of personal growth specifically came out of those hairs being
So
cut?
when I was cutting them off out of the fear and shame of them appearing, um, I'd say I was I was at a low, and I was not really necessarily experiencing personal growth. In in fact, I was stunting it, and that's what happens with addiction. Vitamin E is a very dangerous thing, and
You can get
Oh,
addicted to it.
I just again want to tell the viewers to be careful if you're going to go the vitamin E route to grow your hair back, to cut it more. Um,
how did you like stop this addiction? What was your process?
well, first I had to accept the new hair growth, and that's what I did. I started to let it grow, and I let it. I had to see what it would become, and then when I noticed that it was becoming two identical twin horsetails out of the back of me, I just thought I'm going to lean into this for a bit. And so
Yeah.
I went on a bit of a spree there for a few weeks where I was a horse person.
Yeah.
And instead
Wow.
of being clothed and cutting just my head hair, I was barren, and I was doing all sorts of horse themed haircuts. I had a mane. I would let the mane grow long over the side at some points. Then I would cut it back and be spiky, more like a zebra.
Whoa.
And all the time I had twin horsetails and I would braid them
Yeah,
sometimes.
yeah, that's what I want to hear.
Yeah,
Yeah, be proud, Bilford. Be proud of those twin horsetails.
thank you.
Do you
I'm
still have them?
yeah.
Are
It's
they with us now?
It's something that's not really going to go away. You you can
Okay.
fight it all you want, but once it's there,
Yeah,
it's
yeah,
there.
yeah.
that's
Gotcha.
awesome.
Okay.
We
Thank
support
you for
that.
sharing.
Growing
Yeah,
is growing, Lucy.
Yes.
Support the
Yeah.
guest. Support the guest.
Thank you for being so vulnerable, Bilford. That was very
so
That's very
inspiring.
cool. That's
I
very
think
cool.
it's important to share the both the dark and light side of this situation.
Yeah,
it's still growth. It's still
right.
growth.
I think that's so
Exactly.
important too to remember that like growth isn't always happy times. Like
Mhm.
a lot of time it looks like bad times and then it can be that for a while, but then eventually it can be good times. But sometimes you're like, which one is it? I'm having a terrible time here at my job. And then a couple weeks later, you're like, oh no, it's actually good because now I know what to watch on Netflix.
Yeah, exactly. And Juan, I feel like you've said you're kind of in a constant low, you feel like,
Yeah.
but
I feel like I'm always in a hairy situation.
oh,
Bah!
well,
Oh,
yeah, I
sorry.
mean,
I thought you were trying to make a pun. That was funny, but not funny. Sorry.
He was a smart guy, David.
Duh. Sorry.
well,
Okay.
yeah, it's important to just look at in the future something might happen. Say like to David's metaphor, if you're in an office, one day they might bring donuts and they're in the break room. So Juan, you just gotta wait for your donuts in the break room moment.
Yeah.
I feel like I'm not getting donuts or a break. But yes, I just have to be patient.
I
Yeah,
got a question for you, Bilford, since we're talking about Juan's growth today. If
it,
you had to
everyone's
recommend,
growth. But yes,
sorry, yeah, everybody's growth, but like just while it's on topic, Juan said that last time he cut his hair, he got freaked out and threw hands. Uh,
I did. Yes.
what if say like someone, not necessarily Juan, but like someone who maybe got scared in the mirror the first time they gave him a haircut. Like what kind of haircut would you say is like a good intro one, Like if Juan were to try again or if anybody were to try again, what would be a good one?
Well, I mean, it's really hard to choose your first haircut. So Juan has been experiencing a bit, it seems, so he's got some experience. So for him, I would recommend maybe just whatever you did that time, go in a very different direction.
Ooh.
Can you maybe describe the type of haircut that made you throw hands? And then we could find something.
Yeah, yeah. I cut it about I would say 2 inches shorter. So
Okay.
like almost kind of almost bald. So I was used to seeing myself with longer hair. And then
Yeah.
I had forgotten that I cut my hair. So when I looked in the mirror, I screamed. I put my dukes
Yep.
up, and then I got scared because the other guy was about to throw hands. Sorry, ran out of the restroom. I got scared. I got scared. And then I looked in the restroom. Chicken, is that person there? And then the other guy was looking, and yeah, I forgot it was a mirror, but it looks seems so real to me. And like, it took a while, a bit of back and forth for me to like realize, yay, that's my new look.
Well, okay. So seems like you got frightened from going almost bald, fully bald. So what I would recommend is keep some variance. I feel like I'm sure you've all heard of the mullet, which is commonly referred to as business in the front, party in the back.
Yeah.
And it seems like for Juan, in order to prevent himself from throwing hands at himself, he would want to maybe keep it longer and go party in the front, and then he could go short as he wants in the back, because then he won't even notice.
Then I won't see myself or the
Exactly.
man in the mirror. Ah,
You'll
Whoa.
still look the same, but you'll know it's different.
Ha! Amazing.
That's cool. That's like a
Wow.
secret that you keep to yourself.
Exactly.
From
It's keeping a
yourself.
secret
Yeah,
from yourself
I like it.
for
Secret,
yourself.
yeah. Secret from yourself. I wonder what that's gonna do
So
to your psyche, Juan.
in this case, basically you're saying that Juan should cut his hair like that so he doesn't have that kind of reaction. What else would be a reason to inspire someone to cut their hair? Their own hair,
Uh,
like not going to the salon.
well, one of the big things that I realized after coming out of COVID, I was struggling to be able to get back into certain crowds, different crowds of people, and feel comfortable with myself in different situations. So from from that point, I started shaping my hair in a way that would match the scene that I was going to. For example, if my friends were going to go to the beach and throw a beach party and we were going to surf, then I would maybe, dye my hair blonde and put in some blonde dreadlocks and go that way. And then it was a chill party vibe around the beach fire. And we would, play hacky sack on the sand. And
Whoa.
then and then if I was going to go to a hoity-toity, uptight business luncheon sort of thing with business folk, then I would reshape it, re-haircut it into something more appropriate for a business luncheon, and that way I would feel comfortable amongst the people. And that's really one of my main personal growths that I've been able to get out of the haircut that I've been giving myself is being able to feel comfortable in different social situations and grow that way.
That is a way to see it. Just be a chameleon amongst the people by cutting your hair. So, for the members of our audience who are a bit more hair deprived, would cutting different hairs from different parts of your body would that also uh, cause a change in personality or a boost in confidence? I want this to be accessible for everyone.
Absolutely, Juan. If if you have hair not on your head but somewhere else, that'll be similar to Juan's business in the back. It'll be a secret that only you know. And so you can shape that in any way that would make you feel confident going into the situation which you're preparing for. So if you had to go and dye your butt horsetails blonde and put them into blonde dreadlocks in order to feel comfortable at the beach, then do that. Or any other types of hairs, maybe your armpit hair. You part that and gel it down when you're going to a business luncheon, and that way you feel like you're still matching the business aesthetic, even though they're not seeing it.
That's just making me think of origami.
Yeah,
Cause like I
it's
would like it if I were to just pick a spot on my body to cut into like a cool shape, it'd probably be my belly hair,
Okay, sure.
and I feel like it'd be fun to like turn it into a crane.
Wow.
when
Yeah.
you mentioned hoity-toity and different styles of hair, it made me remember of the era where gentlemen used to have mutton chops, I believe they were called, and
Yeah.
they are more of a business, oil baron look. And it also reminded me of hair on people's noses. Mustaches is what some people call them. The when you have handlebars and it curls up, back in those
Sure.
days, you were considered like evil. So if I or anyone grew like a mustache with handlebars, they would be evil because they would cause a change in their personality. Whereas if I had or someone had mutton chops, they could walk around as if they were some sort of railroad tycoon or oil baron person. Uh,
Yeah.
yeah,
I
Yeah.
never thought about all the ways that hair could like say so much about you
Right.
without the person ever even saying anything. Just like looking at them, you already just know so much. So, Belford, when you're planning, or are you planning when you do like a new haircut for a different social circumstance, like what you were saying? Are you planning ahead and then executing the haircut, or are you just like going with the flow? Is it like coming out of you naturally?
Um, by now, I've gotten pretty good at pre-planning and then executing exactly what I envisioned. But, you know, in the experimentation days, you have to develop a skill of cutting your own hair because, first of all, you got to use the angles of different mirrors, and you're going to see angles of yourself that you've never seen before, which is another helpful way of growing personally is to understand how the world sees you from, you know, back diagonal or back straight back. And so you're gonna mess up. You're gonna have failures. You're not gonna look quite like how you wanted in order to fit in with that crowd. And if you go out into that crowd anyway and figure it out from there, that's going to be another way of really strong personal growth. Because again, the failures are what get you to the successes. And so I had a lot of failures, and it wasn't always perfectly envisioned and then executed. But after quite some time of repetitions and doing it more and more, I'm at the point now where I can pretty much execute exactly what I'm envisioning and then feel confident in any social situation.
I think one thing I'm thinking about right now too is just like hair grows back, you know?
Yeah.
Like you get another shot, like unless of course you start going bald or like losing hair. But like hair does grow back, so even if you mess up, like you get another shot, and like what better way to grow than to cut your hair and then like see how it grows back.
Exactly. This is one aspect where you can try and try again, fail as much as you want until you're dead.
Wow. Dude, Bilford, we're so glad we met you. Like, what a cool experience.
Thank you
So
guys.
serendipitous. So serendipitous. And all this talk has made me reflect on what your hair looked like that day too, because I wasn't
Yeah,
thinking about it then. But you had a mohawk when we met you.
that was so
That's
That
right.
was saying something.
When you're going outside in Hollywood, you gotta kind of look like a weirdo because that's the situation I'm going into pretty much every day now. But I really appreciate you guys having me on here and being able to spread the good word of cutting your own hair for personal growth. I would have never expected in a million years that my busking on the street would lead to something like this, being basically famous internet. Hi.
famous, kind of. Maybe soon
Yeah.
we'll be there. I mean, yeah, it's your big break.
I just want to say I have been inspired to cut my own hair, and I'm going to do it right after we hop off this episode. And I don't know what I'm going to do yet, but I'm going to do it.
How cool would it be if you didn't wait?
Should I do it
Oh
live?
my God.
Yeah, we
Okay,
should
well,
all cut our hair
let's
on
all
this podcast.
snip a piece of our hair off at the same time.
Okay, I gotta get scissors.
I gotta get scissors. I'm so excited, you guys.
I don't even know.
I sold my scissors. So
Oh, Juan.
I have scissors right here.
Just
They're
I
off
can
pull
get
it.
it
camera,
off.
but I have them.
I can pull my hair.
Pull it. Yeah, pull one.
Good
And
enough.
it doesn't have to be from your head. You could do hair from anywhere, he said.
Oh, I have nail clippers. So, I think I'm gonna do a haircut for my knuckle hair,
Oh,
cause that'll like that mean cause like your knuckles is like throw hands, like that's where you're ready to fight.
That's
But
true.
you
That's
know what
true.
I'll do?
if
Okay.
I cut my knuckle hair, then it'll be like, you know what? You don't need to just use your hands to fight. Like you can use them to create beauty.
I'm gonna cut you each a lock from one of my horse tails, and I'll send it to you guys.
Oh, that's so sweet. Thank you.
That's so
Wow,
sweet,
that-
Bilford.
I never had a horse tail.
No
before.
guest has given us like a gift yet. Oh my gosh.
This is our first gift from a guest. That is so cool.
The horse hairs. That's so like we'll frame them.
Oh, you guys are too much, really. Oh, but it's nothing. It'll grow back. So
That's right. It's a gift that you can keep on giving. But we're the first ones you've ever given this gift to, right?
absolutely,
Yeah.
absolutely.
Sweet.
I
Well,
decided to rip out an eyebrow hair as my haircut. That
oh.
counts, right?
And yeah, I didn't get into it, but you don't just
Ah!
oh
Sorry, it hurt a little bit, but like we said, sorry, I didn't mean to. It just hurt. It
Okay,
hurt
I
because I don't
pulled
think
one
you're
out.
supposed to do it with the nail clippers, so I'm gonna wait.
well,
But
yeah, I was gonna say, I mean, cutting your hair, you don't necessarily have to use scissors. Knives work sometimes when it's long enough, and straight up pulling it out can make for a kind of a Dalmatian-y patchy look as well. So
Yeah,
all sorts of different ways are acceptable.
I just pulled it
awesome.
out. I just pulled it out.
Oh, I see a new you.
Yeah, I already feel like, wow, I feel so much cooler without that one eyebrow hair.
Yeah, you are coming across a little cooler, huh?
Yeah,
Thanks. I can feel it.
Yeah.
Nice.
good job. You guys are already doing it. You're doing it. So proud.
I feel like we've experienced so much growth. Bilford, thank you so much for coming on. You definitely wanted us to promote a couple things for you, which is that uh, every day you're on the corner of Cherokee and Sunset Boulevard, making some music, trying to get people to come. Uh, Listen for the symbols is what you told us, and that's what
That's right.
happened. We heard symbols. We were like, "What? Why is there symbols coming from this neighborhood? Is there a block party?" And it was just one guy, you, and now look at us having learned so much from you about how to grow from cutting your hair. So I just want to personally say thank you so much. Um, and I don't know if there's like anything in closing you want to say. Could be like a fun little saying that you have. It could also be like a deep piece of advice, whatever you want.
Well, I'll just say thank you guys so much again for discovering me and putting me on here to everyone on the internet to see, and to those on the internet, keep cutting, keep failing, and keep growing.
Wow,
Yay.
amazing.
Thank you,
Well,
Belford.
thank you again to our audience for listening to Life University, because you can't spell university without Y-O-U. Our special guest has been Bilford Babloni. I'm one of your hosts, David Holtz.
I'm Lucy Cook.
And I'm Juan Sanchez.
See you on the next one, and good luck to all of you growers out there. Snip, snip.